manager, and I could just feel my face go beetroot red. And so it was just like, hope no one knows it's me. And then after a few of the meetings, handing out a couple of the certificates, actually meeting the other Avon ladies and that, it just became confident and everyone was happy. No one was looking like they judged me, and I became part of a group. It was definitely a sense of belonging to this group of Avon ladies.
Fantastic. So it's interesting because you, with your racing, your car thing, you wouldn't have met a lot of ladies in that world.
Well, no, it's not really something, because I liked doing the boy stuff.
Were you always tomboy when you were a kid?
Yeah, definitely. So I was never into skirts or fancy makeup, and never tried actually makeup before I actually started Avon. So it was just,
So just touch on that a little bit with you when you were a kid. Just describe yourself when you were a kid. One of the boys. I just down the beach, at the camping ground at the beach, just scruffy clothes, playing in the dirt, playing in the sand. Not much glamour involved at all. Just hold it there.
Rolling.
So just when you describe yourself as a kid again, and sometimes it's good for me to say, when I was a kid I was like this, so I'm going to use this in the film where you're not going to hear my question.
So when I was a kid, I grew up down the beach, and so we were always scruffy, playing in the dirt, playing in the sand. No dresses or fancy tea parties or anything like that. It was always just one of the boys.
No glamour.
No glamour at all.
No. And then, so what Avon, you've got to a point. You what's Avon given you? That, like you mentioned, that sense of belonging, which is fantastic. Is it? Maybe you can talk about that a bit. What is? How long have you been with Avon for?
So I've been with Avon, I think, coming up 8 years. And when I first started, as something to do. I was working as a PA for a legal executive, doing conveyancing, buying and selling of houses. So when I stopped to have children, I needed something to keep my brain working. So that's the original reason why I signed up to do Avon, and just plodded along for quite some time before realising it was actually quite some fun, and went on to work as the centre manager to run a bit of help behind the scenes, the background stuff, which got me really interested in how far I could go, and the people at the top. It was almost worth, you can actually do this. I can be there. And so it was baby steps at first. I needed a certain amount of sales to get to the next level. So rather than looking at the highest level possible, it was, okay, let's start at the bottom. Here's the next step. Here's the next incentive. Here's the next thing I have to do. And it's got me to where I am now.
Would you say, as far as your what it's done for you personally, as far as you almost feel like you got in touch with your feminine side?
Yeah. I'm beautiful.
There's angle grinder in the background. Rolling.
Yep. Before we really
sorry.
I'm beautiful. I would never have called myself beautiful before I started Avon. And the confidence and the attitude and the determination that it's given me, I am beautiful.
That's fantastic. That's such a great thing, though, isn't it? Like to find something
to not be able to. It's actually not a story. It's we were talking about how Avon as a lifestyle choice, how it's a really great lifestyle to be able to go and pick up your kids from school at 3 o'clock, and with their needs, doctor's appointments and days off work or off school if Link can't breathe properly at any stage, or being called in because they were unsure of his breathing. It's great to be able to just take that time off. And so we were saying what an amazing lifestyle choice is. But I disagree. It's a choice of life. It's something where if you can't take those days off to take hospital appointments and look after sick children, the amount of appointments that I would be leaving work for would probably not be acceptable. So it's a choice of life rather than lifestyle.
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
amazing.
And I couldn't imagine, I don't even call it working, I couldn't imagine doing anything else. But what I'm doing now, it's brilliant for me, the kids, the whole family, my personality, my confidence.
Danny, I can hear that siren. All the sirens in the background at the moment. So.
Okay. Just cut there.
Cut? Okay. And cut.
So sorry. What was it you said about the bird? So what did you do? You took your car over to the...
So the grinding you can hear across the street is it's a teaching facility for young guys working on cars and that sort of thing. So they can get a bit noisy, but they're really cool guys. My last derby car I took across the street, I ran out of time to strip it out myself. So I took it over and said, hey, do you guys want to do this as a learning facility? Do you guys want to strip it out and make it race ready? And I said, yeah, we'll do it for you. And so they did it for me and it was perfect. And a couple of the guys came and watched me race, and they came up to me afterwards. They were like, whoa, we didn't realise you could race.
I think the funniest thing about that story is the fact that you would have stripped out your car.
Oh yeah, I probably, I've got a couple of NZ titles. They're very minor because there weren't many people racing in the groups that we were then. But I've been in a team that's won New Zealand champs a couple of times. So, and I've probably had maybe 8 to 10 cars that I've got in, hands-on, stripped out, roll bar in, welding, get it all done.
All on your own, or Josh?
No, Josh is amazing help. We did quite a bit before I met him. So I've been doing my racing for about 20 years. I've known Josh for about 13. We've been married for 11, I think it is now. Don't get me wrong on that one. I'm not sure on years. I've done a lot of racing in that time where I've actually been hands-on. I'm not just to sit back and watch and
So
use the car.
how'd you meet Josh?
I was working at Daytona at the racetrack, and he was in a regular group that he always used to come in, and he had an open-faced helmet, so it covered his nose, and you could only just see his eyes, and you could just see his eyes light up as he was having so much fun racing around, and so I'm like, he's quite nice. So I think the first thing I said to him is, do you want to go faster? And he said, yeah. So I said, well, here's a couple of tips around the track, and it just went from there. So.
Nice.
He got faster.
Match made in heaven, that one, isn't it? Can I just get you to say I met, just wrap up the whole thing, just say I met my husband Josh. Just give us a bit of it. Just I can use a lot of what you just said, but just give us.
Do you want to take out the names of Daytona, or leave that in, or you don't care, or
you can say the racetrack or the
karting track.
Karting track, yeah. Just give us that again, but just start with sort of I met my husband Josh.
Yeah. So I met my husband Josh at Daytona karting track in Palmerston North, and I originally saw him wearing a helmet that was quite open-faced. All you could see was his eyes, top of his nose, and his face just lit up as he was racing around, causing a bit of damage, hitting a couple of people, and you could just see the eyes light up, which is what I noticed about him. So I first went up, and the first thing I said to him was, do you want to go faster? And he said yes. Gave him a couple of tricks, and now he's pretty fast.
Excellent. Okay, just cut there, Paul. Excuse me. Sorry.
You're right.
Cut. Yep.
Rolling.
So do you ever race each other?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that all you want to say? Tell us about that.
We do race each other. back one of the times I can remember we were going to race in the demolition